Hi there, welcome back to Halibbebsparentingspot and welcome to another random topic. Before we start today, I want to say thank you to all the views, the likes and the shares. And if you forgot to like and share, remember to do that on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well. So speaking love into your child is something that most parents forget to do enough of because of all the daily challenges that you might be going through. But speaking love into your child is one of the greatest things that you can actually do for your child's overall emotional well-being. So we all understand that parenting is hard. It is challenging. And we're not here to criticize anybody's journey because no child comes to us with instructions on how they should be parented. We are all learning and growing as well, as much as our children are growing and evolving in the process. So speak love into your child. Times have changed, and we cannot parent our children the exact same way that we were parented. Just like every growth process, we have to add a little bit more knowledge and more skills to what we already know from our parents in order to make this experience a really pleasurable one for us and our children. So speak love into your child, because in order to create a healthy and nurturing relationship with your child, you have to relate to them with love, with respect, with consistency, with affection, with empathy, with compassion, especially in the most challenging moments when you are angry or when you are frustrated. That is why I often say this. It's always good to have one reliable adult who shares the same parenting values as you, so that in times when you're frustrated, in times when you're angry, that kind of a support system is priceless, because it could be someone that you can just call for them to just listen to you vent, or who can actually help you to calm yourself down so that you do not use words or actions that, words or actions upon your child that you might regret. So when your child is having a rough day, when they're acting out and they're throwing a tantrum, for example, take a deep breath and meet them halfway with understanding and compassion, because it is when your child is having a rough time that is when they need your peace the most and not your anger. Your child cannot be having a tantrum and you relate to them with an adult tantrum also. So instead, learn to speak love into your child. Do not let anybody else treat your child better than you do. Do not let anybody else speak love into your child more than you do. Do not let anybody else make your child feel loved more than the way you do. Do not let anybody else make your child feel more important, more cherished than you do, because if you do that, you'll be exposing your child into a really dangerous world where they will be believing affirmations from other people instead of getting that from you. Because, like, for example, the school teacher can only do that much in speaking love into your child, in praising them, in making them feel good about themselves. The daycare teacher can only do that much. The social worker can only do that much. The school counselor as well can only do that much, because you, the parent, you have to do a lot more, because at the end of the day, you are your child's first teacher. You are your child's first educator. So please speak love to your child. It doesn't mean that you cannot get upset or angry with your child or frustrated. It only means that you chose to be the adult in that situation. You chose to use methods that will correct your child and teach them better ways of acting next time. So you can start by treating your child as a human being first. before anything else. And also, when you're relating to your child, focus on their feelings first, how they're feeling, and don't focus only on the behavior. So it is always, nice to think of something to say to your child every day. That is beautiful. I look at it this way. Let's say, for example, if your spouse or your partner is having a bad day and does something wrong or is feeling grumpy. Adults do, adults feel grumpy all the time. What approach would you take? Because I know it is very unlikely that you will start yelling at them. You will try your very best to be loving and more understanding with them at that time, more than any other time. So I'm thinking of, why is it any different with a child? Is it because they're more vulnerable? Or is it because you, the adult, you think you can do that and get away with it? It's not okay. So that's why it's really good to speak love into your child. I think if you want, if you try, if you search, if you reach out, you will find better ways of doing things, especially when it concerns parenting, so that certain practices will not keep filtering into future generations. No matter your own unresolved or suppressed childhood issues, because I know parents who had to actually reparent themselves in order for them to be better parents to their children. So, due to maybe their own childhood traumas and the fact that their parents didn't speak enough love into them. So start speaking love into your child in the morning, when they wake up, and at night before they go to bed. So whenever you say to your child in the morning, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something positive or it could be something negative. Whatever you say to your child, it can stay in your head all day. It can stay in your head while they're in school. It can stay in your head as they learn, as they play with their friends. And that child could be thinking to themselves that, is it only me who goes through this, or does every other child here goes through this at home? So it just tells you that you are your child's inner voice. So try your very best not to be their inner chaos. So speak love into your child, because it changes your child's mindset in just a few minutes. Those beautiful words that you say to them. So now, why not even start from the day your child is born? That very moment when you held your child for the very first time, that moment when you said the first prayer to your child, that moment when you looked at them with love and wished everything positive for them. Start from that very first day. Remember those emotions that you had, that beautiful feeling that you had when you saw your child for the very first time. Speak love into your child. Tell them something beautiful every morning. How about start with something like, your face brightens up my day. I am so grateful to have you as my child. You are an amazing person. You are important to me. I appreciate having you in my life. Look at your child in your face and tell them that I believe in you. You can get more creative with it. As much as you get creative with your spouse, that is exactly how I think you should be saying, beautiful things to your child as well. But with your child, like, I know you're going to be very, very appropriate with the things that you say. So some of the things that you can tell your child before they go to bed is that I love you all the time, because children actually need to hear this from us, just so they know that no matter the mistakes that they make during the day, no matter their silliness, you still love them. You love them all the time. Tell them that they're important. You're important. You tried your very best today. You put a smile on my face today. You have a special place in my heart. The same way that you do with your spouse, do it with your child, because it makes a huge difference in the way that your day and your night plays out. Speak love into your child. Speak love into your child, because by speaking love into your child, you're directly speaking life into them. You're directly speaking bravery into them. You're directly speaking peace into them. You're speaking kindness. You're speaking wisdom. You're speaking truth. You're speaking victory. You're speaking serenity. You're speaking greatness. You're speaking success into your child. So there is nothing that you say to your child that is positive that goes in vain. There is no interaction that you have with your child that is meaningful, that does not benefit your child. Because children thrive in goodness, children thrive in positivity, children thrive in love, in 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 wisdom. So when you start speaking love into your child, you will see how your child is going to blossom. You will see how your child is going to change. Watch how they become a better human by those positive words that you say to them. A healthy relationship with your child should not be any different from a healthy relationship that you have with your spouse, with your family, with your close friends. So before your child goes to bed, fill them with everything positive that you have in you. Even if it's the last drop of positivity that you have in you from a long and exhausting day, just give it to them. Remind them that they are the best things that ever happened to you. Your child will feel full, like full in their heart. And they will wake up in the morning feeling happy, feeling energetic. And they will be a different child day by day. So everything you say to your child goes a long way to wire their brain. Everything. It wires their brain, it wires their life, and it affects their future. Every little thing adds up. So it eventually becomes your child's self-talk. Those words that you tell them regularly, consistently, be it positive or negative, it becomes your child's self-talk. So what kind of self-talk do you want your child to have? Just think about that, because your child deserves nothing less. So keep speaking love into your child. Keep speaking love into your child. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.